bearer of bad news. Like, just so you know, bad shit's going to happen when you get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be sober, and you're going to hate it. You're going to hate that you have to deal with it. You're going to hate that you have to look at it. And you're going to want to drink. I mean, it's going to happen. I don't care who you are. You're going to want to. It might just be for a second. It might be for days. It might be for weeks. It might be, who knows what. And you might cave. But talking about it and explaining to individuals, like, just be ready for it. Be ready for that, lurking darkness to kind of, come at you when you least expect it, or when you do expect it. Doesn't matter. That's just life. And I know that sounds kind of like negative and like kind of Debbie Downer, but it's the truth.
Well, I'll take that one step further, and I would go with triggers. I think that, some people are so, oh man, that's trigger. You're going to have to face it, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I can't see a rig. Okay, well then don't watch movies about drugs. I don't know what to tell you, but to be so, oh no, I'm made of glass and you're going to throw a rock right at me. That's not the case. You're going to have to see people. You're going to have to see streets. You're going to have to see or hear songs. I mean, there are things that are just going to happen that are out of your control. And wouldn't you want to be in a controlled environment when that stuff does happen? Or you just going to be so, oh man, I can't think about it. It's so bad.
Yeah, I just say you just recognize it, acknowledge it, and know and be grateful.
Play the tape.
And be grateful that that's not something that's part of your life anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I drive into work and there's literally it's surrounded by these restaurant/bars that are hopping on, Friday and Saturday nights. And people are walking past, a treatment house. And that's just the world. That's how it is. But you know what? It doesn't faze me, and it's not like, I don't know. It's just I'm okay because that's not part of my life anymore. I'm I'm happy where I'm going. I'm going to help people. I'm going in to do my thing, and that's kind of just to come full circle back on what you were saying is that you're right. Is that kind of laying the your life out, creating an environment and creating a routine and creating, a safe place for you every day, every moment of every day. And I'm not talking about hiding away. I'm talking about a structure of some kind that has helped me to get to a year today, and I talk about that a lot, I think, so like my job. And I mean, I sought out that job right out the gates when I was done. I knew that's what I wanted to do. And, it's amazing. And, so there's a lot of pieces that go into, staying sober, but
yeah, just figure out the best you can and do the best for you to be successful. And if that means going to a meeting every day, do it. You can hit a Zoom meeting. You can go to an actual physical meeting. You can listen to this podcast. You can read our blogs. I mean, there's so much.
You can meditate. You can exercise. You can bake.
Yeah. There's tons of stuff. And just start building a routine and start building a life without using, any substances. And it's weird at first, probably for some people, and if you fail, don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as like you just learned another lesson. Get back up and keep going. Don't worry about if people are like, oh yeah, well he relapsed again and he's never gonna make it. Don't worry about that, man. That's somebody else's opinion, and you have no business even worrying about what other people are thinking. And it just matters what you're doing with yourself and your soul, man. Get connected with yourself. Look in the mirror and be the person that you want to be. Be the person that you can be. Because when we're using, we're not the same people.
Oh, absolutely
that's
not.
fact. You know, and nobody likes people who are using except other people who are using, and they're using you.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember that. We're going to wrap it up, though. I'm going to eat some of this stuff Marnie baked. So if we're not back on the podcast tomorrow, it's because I got killed.
He's got this weird thing about thinking he's going to get food poisoning.
Yeah, happens to the best of them.
Yeah, wow.
Isn't that how Charlie Daniels died?
Food poisoning?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, you can't say for sure, so it could be. I don't think it is, but I think it was. Anyway, tomorrow we'll see if Marnie does her story on the podcast. If not, we'll be back to kick it. We do a movie review, whatever. Do some fun things. But thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night.
Thanks for supporting the show.